Hey there guys, it's Kage DQT coming at you, and today we've got a very special video for you. Now, essentially, I had done a video a couple weeks ago about GVG cheating, how to cheat the system, and we did that in spades. It's worked out pretty well this month. At least 2 of my guilds are going to hit Master, another one's going to be Plat 1 most likely, and not bad. Why the video for today? Well, found out something interesting, and obviously wouldn't have found it out if somebody in the community didn't face them, but Starfall is basically breaking the system that I've thrown out there, and they've run with it. They aren't running with 20 anymore. They are literally doing 14 this month, and yeah. So obviously some of you guys are going to be like, well, they're a really strong guild. What's going on? Can you even prove it that this is the case? And I'm kind of glad you asked, because yes, I can prove it. Let's look at Exhibit A over here in the top left. You can see in the background there's 0, 0. This is the amount of people who are playing. I recognize some of these names. Now, it's just, what's going on? Why are they going about it this way? What happened here? And essentially, they don't like the GVG system. They feel kind of trapped in terms of how things are going, and they've decided to just, some of them aren't going to fight anymore after what happened last month. They lost AW. They feel cheated, and I can't blame them for that. I think the system needs to be changed in some other ways. I think they need to remove total CP from the team so you can't calculate who's got what. And I think there should be multiple defenses in case you fight somebody who's a dual agent. I mean, I've got a dual agent in Dapper Agency who plays for AW. Yggdrasil has a dual agent who plays for AW. Aces 1 has a dual agent who plays for AW. I can't blame them. Can't blame them for that at all. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I could see why they would say they're cheating. I don't think they are at this point. I mean, to be honest, if they wanted to, I don't, Can fuckery happen, though? Absolutely. The system was never intended for one person to be in 2 guilds at a time. It was, especially high-level guilds, it was never intended to be that way. So, could it happen? Yeah. Would it be, as widespread? Probably not. I mean, if you post layouts in a Discord channel like we do, and somebody wants to share them out to another guild or another buddy, even if he's not in that guild, he could do that. I mean, we just fought some random guild yesterday, and if somebody wanted to take a couple of the layouts we took and give them to another team in the tournament bracket to screw them over, they could. Let's take DMG, for example. Let's say they ended up in a bracket with their sub-guild, Children of Draki, and they got their asses kicked by a guild, and then they sent those layouts, to another guild in that bracket to try and help them out to get revenge. Well, what's to stop them from doing that? So it's like, yeah, don't know what to say there. It's like, whoa, but people don't cheat. I mean, hell, I literally have done 2 videos on how to cheat the system in other ways. They obviously went and they dropped down to 14 to get away from AW because they feel cheated in that regard, so they cheated in the way I taught people how to cheat. The whole system needs a rework. I realistically think that something needs to be done here in terms of how to get these battles set, because I shouldn't be beating on lobies doing things my way. It's wrong, but you can't expect me to bust my ass to play for 2,500 gems every month and go up against guys who spend thousands upon thousands of dollars per month. And a lot of these guilds agree. Zith does the same thing that Starfall does. Zith literally goes and they nope out. They're like, I don't want to do 20. We don't need the gems. but we don't want to look like losers, so let's go beat on some people who don't even spend a fraction of the money we do. And that's what they do. So the whole system needs a rework. And I don't know what they're going to do. Because obviously in JP, this isn't as big of an issue for them. There's a lot more guilds. I don't think people care as much because you got people over there who spend to awaken plus 30 units. Like, people spend real money over there. So, yeah. But, again, here's the thing. Play the game however you want. If you're going to cheat in any way, if you're going to cheat with layouts or other stuff, nobody's going to fucking know. Realistically, nobody is going to know, or they're just going to assume it. And I don't know what to tell you guys. I've been saying this for a while. They need to have more than one layout option so that if you do get into a situation where you're fighting like an alliance, like if you're fighting like BDS and then you've got, their sub-guilds, DMG and Children of Draki, you end up in a bracket with them, well, you're 100% fucked. So you should be able to have some other defenses there to try and, help yourself out. And, same thing if it's like, Aces 1 and they have like Aces 2 and Aces 3. Or even my sub-guilds. Because I'm going to tell you something. If my sub-guild's fighting another guild and we're in the same bracket together, I'm going to share information. I'm going to help them out. They're my guys. But that's not how the system was intended. So I don't know how they can fix it aside from more defenses, something in that regard. But the system's pretty broken. These guys aren't happy in any regard. And AW's not going to be happy because they like fighting these guys every month. And obviously now they got to figure out if they want to even try chasing them to fighting them, see how many people they're going to be having next month. It's ridiculous, because they want to challenge. Starfall feels like they can't win. If they think the other side's cheating. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. Maybe I don't know. Do like shit. I don't even know what a good number is anymore. 15. Both have 15, and that way you avoid all these other guilds. It's just a mess. And I'm sure a lot of other guilds do it too. There's a lot of coordination going on. And for other people, for like the guilds that don't use Discord or any other way to actually, what's it called? To communicate and coordinate, well, they're all cannon fodder. Nope, like there's a guy on Reddit like, well, I don't want to use Discord, but you're on Reddit chatting. Like, what's the like? Come on, I don't get it. But anyway, with the way this is going, if these guys really quit, they back out. It's kind of sad, but I mean, there are plenty of unknown guilds out there that spend lots of money and do lots of things. I mean, DMG got taken down by a bunch of randos out of nowhere, like, and they just got beat by them, like, and they're a high-end guild. So there are, other guilds out there who pick up the slack, and they will do things to keep this game going. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you guys could come to some sort of agreement or something here, and maybe that agreement is not having people in multiple guilds. Like, you shouldn't be playing for Yggdrasil in Arena Watch, or Aces 1 in Arena Watch, or this guild in Arena Watch. I guess maybe just pick one. Unless they're not going to run the same amount in a bracket. Like, Dapper's not going to run 20. So if you play for Dapper's guild and you play for Arena Watch, you're not going to conflict at all. But if you're doing 20 and 20 and 20 and 19, you're going to clash every month. And sure, that's unfair. That sucks for that person. But I mean, if you guys want to keep some sort of integrity going here, that's the route it's going to have to go. But I mean, I don't think they're going to. I don't know if they're going to play ball anymore, if they're even going to be around next month, or what the deal is for Starfall. It's just, it's sad. It's sad and it's funny because, it shouldn't be about the gems for these guys. They spend a lot of money. It's about the pride at this point. And If they can't come to a consensus, then I mean AW wins. AW takes the crown. I mean they get the 20 bracket. And well, Atlas probably offs himself because now he's got nothing better to do. I mean, their whole point was to be competitive against this one guild. Nobody else really stacks up. I mean, I'm not going to go and combine a bunch of star players to try and fight them. I don't give two fucks about that. I got spoiled on Dragon Quest Monsters 3 and Persona 5 Tactica. I'm just kind of, hell, that's all free gems right there, boys and girls. I'm not really doing much. So, just playing, training my little guys up that we're doing for RGVG, nothing crazy. And that's it, but I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. There needs to be some sort of revision. I don't think it's ever going to happen at this point because I've been saying this for a while. And Malcolm, from what Starfall told me, Malcolm, there's only a limited amount of things they can do for the system, and all those things don't really apply to this issue. They just changed the matchmaking around, which, well, that's if you change the matchmaking around, we're just going to cheat it some more because there needs to be something else done with this mode. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe the mode needs to become a complete auto chess to try and, even things out a bit, or if this mode kind of needs to be scrapped entirely for something else. But regardless of that, let me know what you guys think. If you think AW cheated, let me know. If you think Starfall cheated, let me know. If you think they're all cheaters in some capacity, let me know. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we get some more drama like this. This was fun. I like being able to cover this stuff. God bless you, motherfuckers. Merry Christmas.